This is Captain Soban of the fleet, Farron Shaw.
We have arrived in Sector 112 and request targeting data.
Hello everyone, this is Captain Soban. Welcome aboard the Starship Enormoprise for our first episode of Homeworld Experiments. Okay, so in this episode, in this series, what I want to do is just do a whole bunch of different weird and wacky experiments in Homeworld. We've had Homeworld Wars going on for a while, which is just where we take a bunch of ships and tell them to kill each other and just, see which team wins. But this first episode, I want to do a Kamakaze series, which means, as you can see here, I built 1,000 scouts. They're all here in a giant wall formation, and I'm going to tell them to run into some ships and then see if they can blow them all up before we lose all of our scouts. Now, obviously, this isn't going to be a perfect. This isn't going to be a perfect thing, because when you give the issue to Kamakaze, they do end up. Excuse me, they do end up using their weapons for a bit before they actually run into the enemies, so it's not going to be a 100% perfect experiment. But I really want to know how many enemy ships how many ships these guys can kill. So in our first experiment, we are going to be trying to see if we can kill 7 support frigates. Then the next one, we're going to see if we can kill 5 assault frigates. And then 4 ion cannon frigates. 3 destroyers. I actually think this one will be the most interesting one. And then hopefully see if we can blow up a heavy cruiser. And if all of this goes according to plan, we might even run into the mothership and see if 1,000 scouts is enough to blow up the mothership. But yeah.
Resource injection received.
That's the plan for this episode, so let's go ahead and get these guys into formation. We will tell them to go ahead and fight these support frigates. And Kamakaze. Hopefully this will not blow up the Why are they spinning in circles? This is weird. Is it because they were far away from them? Why are they all spinning in circles? Oh my god, I've never seen this before. This is weird. I was not expecting this. I want to say because they can't see the support frigates, so they don't know what they should run into. Or it's just so many that it's like impossible for the game to command them all. Oh, wait, they seem to have fixed themselves. They're now heading in this direction. Oh, yep, there they go. And the game crashed. Hooray! Awesome, I didn't have that recorded at all. Okay, I might go ahead and do this again real quick. I'm going to try and do it all at the same time. But it ended up being about 40 scouts per each piece of these support frigates we killed. I think we used about maybe more than 40, but we used about 242, I think, to kill all these, about 1/4 of our capacity. So, because of the fact none of that was recorded, because my recording software was minimized and I couldn't tell if it was recording or not, and I didn't want to end the recording since it started actually working properly. Let's go ahead and Kamakaze into these guys again. I want to see if I just break them in the 50s, would it actually work? Or do I have to do 50 singly?
Coordinates confirmed.
Alright, so
Acknowledged.
there's 20, 40, 46, good enough.
Coordinates confirmed.
32. Good gravy, we have a lot of scouts.
Reporting.
Oop, you're too many. I gotta keep it under 50.
Acknowledged.
Good enough. Get over here.
Estimation.
Okay, so we have 4 groups. I'm gonna go ahead and tell them to attack.
Target confirmed for duty.
Resource injection received.
Your call. Target acquired. Awaiting assignment.
Indeed. Blow them up.
Frigate.
Wow. Yep, now it's actually wanting to work properly.
Frigate lost.
Oh man, this one didn't have enough.
Acknowledged.
Frigate
There we go.
Acknowledged.
But yeah, basically, that's kind of like what I was doing. I'm going to keep actually doing this because this is fun. Let's see if 70 will work. I think I finally got the game to work properly, and it won't matter how many scouts I actually use. I'm still going to keep the numbers low. I don't want to use... Good gravy. It's so fun to watch. I don't want to use like all 1,000 because I think that's just going to cause the game to crash again. But 93, go ahead, Kamakaze into these. And then let's go ahead and get another... Good gravy. Boom, boom, boom.
frigate lost.
And then Kamakaze into this one.
Your call. Target acquired.
Kill it! That's the spirit. Blow it up!
Frigate lost.
Alrighty.
Group 2 lost.
Wow, we actually used more than last time. Interesting. We used like 304, and last time we used like 270. But still, that's still plenty. I'm gonna go ahead and reload, and we're gonna do these experiments against the assault frigates now. All right, so we used about 300 scouts to destroy 7 support frigates. Now remember, scouts are the weakest armored units in the entire game, next to probes. But probes are, you know, they're probes. They're just meant for sensor data. So that's actually kind of impressive. I really want to know how much they will do against the larger, more heavily armored ships. Assault frigates are kind of like your main combat ships for frigates class, so they have about a moderate amount of frigate level armor. So, I'm gonna go ahead. 138. Screw it. Do it. This might be a horrible idea. Boom, boom, boom.
Frigate lost.
Wow, that took like 100. Holy crap! You guys took a lot more. So that means that it might take closer to 500 to kill all these. Alright.
Frigate lost.
Holding pattern locked in. Target confirmed.
Jeez. All of those massive explosions. Ooh, that wasn't enough.
Awaiting assignment.
Alright.
It's your call. Target acquired.
Boom, 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 boom.
Lost.
Attack complete. Holding pattern locked in.
Alright, killed this one.
Target confirmed.
Jeez, it's like pushing it all over the place.
Lost.
Wow. I want to know, can we like push these things super fast if we use like really large ships like heavy corvettes that have a lot of armor, so they'll have a lot of inertia? I don't know.
It's your call. Target acquired.
Boom, boom, boom. Watch its health go down. Boom, 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 boom.
Frigate lost.
Wow.
Group 3 destroyed.
Okay, so it took almost 400 scouts to kill 5 assault frigates. Okay. It's still pretty impressive.
Resource injection.
The scouts have a
received.
lot more health than I thought. Okay. Now let's see how well they do against Iron Cannon frigates. Now, Iron Cannon frigates have a lot more armor than assault frigates. They actually have the most armor for a frigate class ship. So I'm thinking we might continue the pattern. It might take 500 scouts to kill these guys instead of 400. But let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and grab me about 125 or 123. Let's see if this is enough to kill one of these.
Your call. Target acquired.
Will this be enough power? It most certainly can move it everywhere.
Frigate lost.
It did it.
Entering holding pattern.
Alright. The rest of you blow up into that guy. I know that's not going to be enough firepower to kill it. But it got it to the flaming status. Not bad.
Waiting assignment. Target.
That scout just went so slow into it. Boom, 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 boom.
Frigate lost.
Holding patterns locked in.
Now this is fun. I don't know why it's so fun to just watch ships blow up into each other.
Frigate
It's always been one of those things that are semi-fun for some reason.
Your call. Target acquired.
Now this should be enough. Boom, 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 boom. There we go.
lost.
Holding pattern.
Alright, how many did we lose?
Group 4
Wow,
lost.
really? Only 230? I'm really surprised. I thought they were a lot more armored than that. Let's see, Assault Frigate have 16,000 armor. Oh, they have less. Okay, so scratch everything I just said. I just learned something new. I've always thought the Ion Cannon Frigate had a lot of armor compared to the Assault Frigate, which, I mean, would make sense because you wanted to keep this particle cannon protected. But no, it actually has less. Support Frigate has 12,000, Assault has 16. This makes sense because it's a support frigate. It has a lot of
Resource injection
vulnerable
received.
spaces. Okay. That's why it took a lot less scouts to kill it. So, I'm learning something new in this experiment. And destroyers have a lot of health. I actually don't think we're going to have enough scouts to take all these down. And the heavy cruiser has a lot of health as well. I believe we can take the heavy cruiser down. I don't know if we can take the destroyers down. But we will find out here in a moment. That just, I don't know why, that just absolutely baffles me. I swear, I thought Ion Cannon frigates had a lot more armor. But no. They have less armor. I mean, I guess if I think about it, it makes sense. The Assault Frigate is the main combat frigate, so it's supposed to be the front lines frigate, where the Ion Cannon Frigate is the anti-capital ship specialized frigate. So, yeah.
You heading set.
That would make sense to me. Okay, so let's see how many of these it will take to Kamakaze into a destroyer class. I'm going to bring 250. This will probably crash the game. I hope it doesn't, but the game is saved if it does. So let's go ahead.
Target confirmed.
Kamakaze. Boom, 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 boom.
Destroyer lost.
Oh, did kill it.
Reporting.
Took less than I thought it would. Okay, never underestimate the power of Kamakaze. Alright, all you guys. Let's get about that much.
It's your call. Target
Kill.
acquired.
Holy crap.
Destroyer lost.
Okay,
Locked in.
that is awesome.
Acknowledged.
And
Target confirmed.
go ahead and kill the last one. I am completely underestimating these scouts, but look at that. Go, go, go! Wow.
Destroyer lost.
How many scouts did this require?
Group 5 lost.
Required almost 500. Okay. So I should have made these groups a lot larger. But now let's see if they can take down a heavy cruiser. Now I might try something here in a bit. I might see if I can put my guys into passive and see if we can just use them to destroy the heavy cruiser. Because I wish there was a way that I can get them to stop shooting. I believe there is actually a way, but it's going to take a little bit of preparation, and I might do it if you guys want me to. I can start a new game and then build 1,000 scouts and have it to where that game has fuel burn on and just run those scouts until they run out of fuel. Because when you run out of fuel, you can't use your weapons, but you can still move the ship. So I believe the Kamakaze command will still work in that situation.
On our way.
I might actually try that out, but we will see. Because I really want to know how many ships it would take to destroy these things if they don't actually use their weapons and just use their ship hull. Okay, let's see.
Target confirmed.
Let's see how this does. If I put them on evasive, nope, they still shoot. Okay. Do. It's about 250 scouts going after this heavy cruiser. It's actually moving it pretty quickly right now. That is amazing. wasn't enough to kill it. Wow. It's amazing.
Standing by.
Will these 85 be less or be enough to kill it? But yeah, see, they're shooting. I might try that out. It's almost killed.
Ready for orders.
Guys, move out of the way.
Coordinates confirmed.
Got everybody confused.
Reporting.
Heavy cruiser lost.
Okay,
Reporting.
Group 6 destroyed.
so that was about 470. 470 scouts kamikazing into a heavy cruiser to kill it. So yeah, maybe in the next episode I will actually do that.
Resource injection received.
I will start a new save, activate fuel so we actually burn fuel, and then build 1,000 scouts, have them run out of fuel, and then kamikaze. Because then they can't actually shoot, they'll just run into the enemy ship. I might do that. But to finish up this episode, let's see if 1,000 scouts is enough to kill the mothership. I'm actually kind of confident now because I didn't think we would have this many scouts survive. Alrighty, we are approaching the mothership. And we will see how many of these things it will take
Mothership.
to kill it. Alright,
Ready for orders.
so let's start off with 200.
It's your call. Target acquired.
Mothership. Mothership
Boom,
is
boom.
under fire.
Okay. Did a decent amount of damage.
Reporting for duty.
Let's see what the next 300 will do.
Target confirmed.
Good gravy. Boom, 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 boom. Wow, that's doing a lot more damage than I thought it would.
Receive it.
Okay.
It's your call.
Mothership.
This will probably be enough to kill it.
The mothership is under attack.
Holy crap.
Resource injection received.
Wow.
Mothership lost. Fleet
It
command
took-
transferred to carrier.
It took 864 scouts to destroy the mothership. But it is totally possible if you had a fleet of 1,000 scouts to suicide them into the mothership to destroy it. Holy crap. That was awesome. Well, anyways, guys, that's going to end this episode. We learned some new things about kamikazing. I do also want to revisit this and have it to where we don't have any fuel, so all we can do is run into the enemy. Because when your ships run out of fuel, they're unable to use their weapons, so they won't shoot at the target before they run into it. I think that will make this test a little bit more viable and a little bit more interesting. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Please leave a like if you did. If you like what I do, consider subscribing. And I will see you guys in the next video. But until next time, this is Captain Soban signing out.
Attention fleet. Makan has found Valcora Gate. The coordinates are 1134489er0.
We'll send everything we've got, but be advised, we are a mining vessel. It would be best if we did not have to move directly into the main battle.